Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Hope you have a wonderful day. In today's content, we're going to talk about one of our property deal that we were able
The very first
property deal that we were able to manage, going from negatively gearing, where it's actually costing us money, into positively gearing, where it's providing us a positive cash flow.
Yep.
So
if you're new to this channel, we are couple with young family, 2 young kids, live in Sydney and trying to achieve fire slowly.
I guess this is one way in order for us to receive positive cash flow property or additional income aside from receiving it from a job.
We don't believe in jobs, because if you work in job, you're just exchanging your time with money, and you're stuck in there and you can't go even higher. That's why we try to we're more like you are the try guy, try to do more side hustles to earn extra income to try to get out from our rat race. We actually did not work for 7 or 8 years for full time, and it's just recently both of us back in full time, back in the race.
And it feels like we're going back full time. So
because we didn't get used to it, the lifestyle, you gotta clock on, clock off, report to this person what you're doing for the day. But we doing it is only because we're trying to achieve fire a bit earlier, faster.
So that might be like, it might, in a short term, we're just testing this out, see if it works out. If it's not working out, obviously we're going to try something out. And anyway, so in this video, it's actually, we're going to go through the numbers based on our first property that was negative to positive.
And we bought it through a buyer's agent.
So this is why I'm sort of like a bit 50-50 with buyer's agent. And some of them actually tells you about what you want to hear, what you need to hear, versus the reality. So with us, that was the experience that we have with this. So the first property, because we didn't know what we were doing, we actually used the buyer's agent, hoping that they're actually going to help us to create our wealth.
Well, because they show us this spreadsheet, this is your how much you're buying for, how much can you rent it out for, what's the maximum you can rent it. If you put a granny flat in there, you do some renovation, that from a 300,000 property you can rent it for $600 per week. Who doesn't want it? Who doesn't want it? I want it. But reality, can we do it? It didn't work out this way. I'm sure there are some other property it works. So, and then they show us the spreadsheet telling all this, number, it works. But when we went into the deal and then went to reality, it just didn't work out. So the back end, the story was, we bought this property back in 2014. And it is in western suburb in Sydney. We bought it for $328,000. Where can you find $328,000 in Sydney anymore?
Not for a 3-bedroom.
It was a 3-bedroom house, and with a land 500 square meter. Or 500 to 600. Yes. And then the agent recommended us to kick the tenant out, do a renovation with $30,000. Okay, you're professional. We listened to you.
So we did exactly that. We did the renovation.
Before that, the rent, it was $310 per week.
At the state, what the property looked like, it was a little bit run down. It was really poorly maintained.
For us, it's not livable. But if I have to redo again, I may not do that option. But anyway, different story.
So because the agent mentioned it to us, look, if you renovated this, the potential of getting to $400, $500 rental, a lot higher than what we expected. I'm like, all right, $30,000 in, but I'm going to get higher rental income.
Correct. Why not?
Makes sense. So based on the purchase price of $328,000, the total cash up front, you're looking at $72,000. That was $72,000 in cash.
It's a shock, right? Now when I look back, $72,000, that's what we pay for.
Now with that, we were both working full time. It was with no kids, with no commitment. We literally just week in, week out. We didn't go anything lavish. We were able to save up $72,000. I think it's within about a year or two.
So, a year.
and we didn't try anything else. It literally just go to work, go home, nothing out of the ordinary. Just
be frugal.
Saving and saving.
Yep. And we only paid for 5% deposit.
Yeah. So,
as per the agent advice.
so the breakdown on $72,000 is as follows. Okay, so the breakdown, the deposit of 5%.
So that's $17,000.
Yep. There's also stamp
duty, $10,000.
And then there's also the renovation cost,
$30,000.
The buyer's agent fee,
$10,000.
And there's also discrepancies, admin fees such as your solicitor, legal, pest control
and other stuff. The bank fee and other fee.
There's all of this administration, I guess miscellaneous. Let's say we put down roughly about $5,000 or so.
Yeah. So all add up. $72,000. Who would thought of buying a $300,000 house? You're gonna pay $70,000 upfront.
There you go.
There you go.
And then
we have to have a mortgage. Of course, we couldn't afford $300,000 upfront. Yes.
Yep. Because we're feeling the FOMO feeling. It's like, oh, everyone else going onto a property, so I have to get in this property as well. We took a mortgage. The total mortgage that we actually took roughly about $311,000. However, because it was only 5% deposit, there was a lender's mortgage insurance of $12,000 added
on top of your mortgage, and it's spread it out for 30 years that you got to pay interest on that $12,000.
Yeah, and so in build as a whole entire lot, it comes down to $323,000 of a mortgage plus interest.
Yeah, so when we open the bank, minus 300 and what? 23. So didn't I buy the house for 328?
Yeah, exactly.
So 70,000 in, 5,000 only.
So the repayment back then, it was 4.5% with an interest only, because majority of investment guru or investment form, or everyone mentioning, look, pay the minimum,
pay interest only.
Pay interest only because it's tax deductible. The principal is not tax deductible, or a lot of information that mentioning those things. So that brings it down for us with a interest repayment or interest only repayment of $280 per week.
So once we got the property, we did a renovation, we found an agent to try to rent out the property. Have we mentioned once we did the renovation, we only got $320 per week?
So, no, we didn't.
We haven't. So it's $320 a week.
We went from no rent, like a property with the rental income already. It was $310. Where we pretty much have to renovate that property,
kick the tenant out,
move a new tenant in, and only increases for $10.
So if $10 a year, that would be $5,000. So you need 6 years of that to recoup it. Bad mistake. Anyway,
$320 per week rental income after renovation. Purely because when we did it, it was just on January when we actually finished renovation.
Yeah. No one was renting it.
Yeah, for about a month or something. We didn't have any rental that even applied. So the first person applied, $320 per week. Sure, we'll take it. And at that time, there was actually an agent fee, roughly about 6.6%.
Yep.
Which is about $21 per week.
Oh, did we say you have to pay letting fee as well?
Oh yeah.
So normally it's a week or two.
Yeah.
Depends on the agent and depends on the area. I think Sydney normally 1 week only.
1 week, yeah. Work on 2 weeks, let's say.
Yeah. So you gotta pay 1 week for the agent for them to find you tenant, and then once that they need to have the tenant are supposed to inspect the house twice a year. Yeah. Anyway, that's the fee, and then they collect the rent as well. So it's 6.6%, 322. 6.6% is $21 for the agent.
For the agent every week.
Yeah. So which means our profit $320 minus that $21. No, it's $320 minus that $21 is about $290 a week. $290, and then minus our mortgage, $280, leaving us $11 a week.
So that's our numbers so far.
Wait. Still keep going.
Okay, keep going.
Keep going.
So-
And then when you have a house, what do you have to pay?
You have to also pay council rate and water rate, and as well as insurance. So in this particular property, our council rate was roughly about $1,200 per year.
Yep.
Our water rate is roughly about $200 a quarter.
So which is $800 a year. Yep.
And then our insurance is about $600 a year.
That's the landlord
Landlord
insurance.
insurance, not including the building insurance.
No.
So
Yeah.
as a whole, just the administration costs roughly about $2,600 a week. Sorry, a year, which is break it down roughly about $50 a week.
So which means
Rental
300
income of $320 per week.
Yep.
And then the mortgage repayment
280,
per week. Agent fee,
21 per week,
admin fee.
$50 a week,
So as a whole, we was out of pocket about,
$31 a week, if we're lucky.
if we're lucky and if the property is occupied,
100% throughout the year, and there's no breakdown, no vacancy, no late rent, but we'll
no
remember
damaging.
no damaging. It was
On a good day,
good day, well, minus $30 a week. Well, it's not bad. Like you're putting $30 of a property, but it's only a good day. But we have bad days, and
So-
we pay the mortgage, we pay everything, and we got no income. So the worst case would be, which means 280 plus that $50, so $330 a week
That
for the
is out
bad
of pocket
week. Yes.
every week if we don't have any tenant over the whole this time.
Yeah. So the trigger point it was because that's not the only bad property we had. So we at that time we just had 2 kids. Yeah, already.
Yep.
No, that time we bought
We
it
didn't
before
have any
kids, and then
kids.
we're holding it for a few years. We couldn't hold anymore. We were down to 1 income, 4 people, and then we have to let go of it.
Because it's costing me roughly about $320 per week. So $330
Yes.
per week.
So and
So-
then go to I think 2018, year 2018.
Now, throughout the time that we were holding it, tenant move in, tenant move out. And then when they moved out, we had to renovate the property again. So there was there's a lot of things that is broken. They didn't clean the property correct as when we give it to them. So there's admin costs involved on that.
I remember that the agent didn't. I think it was like an agent changeover.
Yeah.
So that the old agent didn't give the new agent any details or maybe old pictures. So when the tenant moved out, they damaged a lot of things, and they said, "Oh, you don't have proof."
Yeah.
So we have to fork out. I think around $10,000 again. Just to fix it.
Just
Yeah,
to
because
fix it.
insurance not covering it.
Yeah, because they don't have any proof what it looked like before and after that type of thing. Then because of that,
I think that was the tipping point.
yeah,
right?
so it's like, okay, here I am paying the mortgage every week or every month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You
having all
damage.
of this headache that comes with it.
Yeah.
And then after 12 months, I have to renovate again. I have to keep on renovating again. So playing with property can get, I guess, financially draining. So, go on.
Yeah.
And then
It was bad
because
time.
after that incident, I think it was the second time run renovation.
We had
like,
enough.
I had enough.
It's within 4 years. Why? Less than 4 years.
Yeah.
Why? It's not investing. It's nightmare.
It's nightmare.
Yeah.
So instead of that, we decided to sell the property.
Yeah. And you didn't want to sell it in a traditional way.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it. If we were to sell the normal way,
The cat, sorry.
if we were to sell it in the normal way, we ended up losing money a lot more. Not only we lost our deposit,
Yeah.
the upfront money, then
Yeah.
we're actually going to lose heaps more.
Yeah.
Because there's bound to be an agent fee involved. There's
Capital
admin-
gain tax.
Yeah,
That
if
time.
there is any, because we actually
Dunno.
made a lot of losses on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So after all of those trigger points, we ended up, not only we lost our $72,000 up front, I think it's plus some.
Yeah.
So the agent fee winning because they took a sale out of that.
Yeah.
Which is not their fault by any means. It's
Yeah.
just the
It's
way.
the work.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you knew this way called vendor finance. We can on-sell it to someone. It's like a delay settlement.
So instead of us receiving the big lump sum of cash now, we stretch it out over 30 years.
A small bite every week.
Yeah.
And then the beauty of it is we can sell it just slightly higher than market rate at that time. I remember everyone was selling like 450, and then we market it for 490.
490. Yeah.
There were a few people asked, and then there's one buyer eventually. So our deal was low deposit, $5,000, and we lent you $485,000 with a higher rate. So at that time, we paid the bank 4.5%.
Yep.
And then we charged them 2% on top, which is 6.5% that they're paying to us.
So overall, for us, we're paying the bank roughly about $380 per week or so.
At that time, yeah.
At that time. And then they're paying to us roughly about $700 per week, 706, 705, somewhere around there.
Yep.
So with the net income roughly about $329 per week.
Correct.
Net income.
Net.
So that went from minus $31 or so.
In good day.
In a good day. But in reality, we actually minus roughly about 100 plus.
Yeah, 100.
100
I would say
150.
average. Yeah, average is around 100. So minus 100 to $330. So that's an up of $420.
So that was our first transaction, knowing that you can actually do this. Changing it from negatively gearing, where it costs us money, to positively gearing, where it's actually provide us an income.
Yeah, from then on, they are going to pay. They pay for the council, they pay for water, insurance. They buy the insurance, and we still buying insurance just to cover ourselves. Just like normal, like the bank, if they are late, we charge them late fee, and if they are behind, we give them warning, and if they have, we can if it's longer than I think 3 months time, then we will have to foreclosure.
There's a pros and cons on this doing this type of deal. Like the pros is like you're helping someone out to buy the first property.
Yes.
Yeah, we're still in this good term and relationship with the
tenant
owner.
Yep.
And once in a while they contact us also. We're becoming quite close. Good friends with them. So it's a win-win situation. In that aspect, they were able to move in with a very low deposit. We're able to offload our property without having to have a lot of minuses.
Yes, and stress.
Yeah, and then from there, it's like we got given the cash flow from it, and they don't have to go to the bank.
Yes, it's more like a trust.
Yeah.
From a business trust, and now kind of like a friendship, but it's all based on contract. It's all legal. We go through with solicitors.
That's it.
But legally, it is still under our name, and we still have to pay for our bit of mortgage. But then, if one day we can't pay for it, part of the house will be under the name.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's just our way on this particular video. Our numbers, our way to change from negatively gearing to positively gearing.
Yeah. So and then after we had a taste, we keep doing more.
From there, we copy another property, another one, another one. So from then, like minus, I think if we were to calculate at one stage, we were holding how many was it? Four property. If they were all minus at $150 per week.
We work for free anyway.
We work for free.
Yes, we work for the bank.
That's just our 2 cents based on our experience, guys. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, comment.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.